I have an idea that could completely resolve all of the botting and cheating on the Nitro type leaderboards. If you go into Nitro type and you scroll over to your name, under that you can see the top teams in the entire game. As we can see, in the top 3 spots we have TBZ, PR2W, and Nate. Honestly, 3 teams that I think really deserve the top 3 spots. They've all been on the game for a while, they have a lot of history, and I honestly think they're really deserving of the top 3 places. However, there's been a lot of drama around the community recently about whether all of these teams on the leaderboards are clean or not. Are they using bots or not? Now, to start off this video, I want to say if the teams on the leaderboards are using bots, I'm not shaming them for it, because the only way to get to these top spots on the leaderboards is by, in fact, using bots. So I'm here to offer a solution for how you could completely get rid of any botting and cheating on the leaderboards, off the leaderboards. First of all, though, we need to focus on the leaderboards themselves. What are they meant to represent? Now, Corona Karen CK was like, this is one of the main things I feel like they were trying to get out, but the execution of their ideas was not well executed. Like, it was very rough, and I think they did it in a negative way, especially a huge negative way towards TBZ, which I think at least the majority of them aren't botting. I don't think TBZ is in the wrong. Now, one of the main things CK was saying is that teams on the leaderboards should not bot. Honestly, that's a matter of opinion. Again, they can't get on the leaderboards if they're not botting, so I mean, like, there's ups and downs to that. Started a bunch of community drama, blah, 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 blah. I don't really want to get into that. Again, I'm here to offer a solution to make sure none of the teams on the leaderboard are botting. The leaderboard itself is to represent the best teams through the combined efforts of all the members on a particular team. For example, all the racers on the team should be using high race speeds, high accuracy, and a high number of races, and all these members combine together to form a team, and that's how they compete on the leaderboards, all these teams. Honestly, think it's a pretty good system for this game. My problem with it is it's not really a leaderboard anymore. The leaderboard is supposed to show the very top teams. These are the teams that are truly on top. All of their members are high accuracy, high speed, high races to get to the very top. They're really working at this goal. And I feel like the leaderboards no longer truly represent that. Say a team somewhere around like the 15 mark, you know, one of these teams right here is doing, all of their members are completely clean and they're doing a ton of races and a ton of accuracy, a ton of speed, basically like that. Let's say one of these top 15 teams is actually deserving of the #1 spot. However, the #1 spot is using bots. Again, I'm not saying TBZ is using bots. I'm just saying, imagine that the top places are using bots and somewhere along here, down here, are not using bots. It's honestly a good possibility that some team is not using any bots and they're at that spot right now, and if the other teams higher than them weren't using bots, this lower team would be higher up on the leaderboards. And I think that's really frustrating. Again, the leaderboards are supposed to show the team of the best players coming together. And is it really showing that if a lot of the members on the team aren't technically members at all, and in fact just robots doing races? If they're using bots to get to the top of the leaderboard, fair enough, that's the only way to do it. But what I am saying is that if this is happening, then the leaderboards are no longer representing actual leaderboards. I hope you're getting my train of thought here. And now here's my suggestion to end it once and for all. This is the one thing that they can do to completely eradicate cheating on the leaderboards. Now you might be thinking, how are you supposed to do this? Cheating on the leaderboards has been a thing for forever, and like Nitro type's been dealing with banning these accounts and all types of crazy things. There's no possible way to get cheating off the leaderboards, except I do know a way, and that way is to remove the leaderboards. Just like that. And now, while that might seem extreme, I know they were going to do that like a year or two ago. There's this whole thing about removing the leaderboards, and I was a strong advocate to keep the leaderboards because I felt like it was an important part of Nitro Type that actually represented the grinding that was being done and how much effort these people's lives were being poured into, and I really thought it was a good idea. However, even though I was a strong advocate for keeping the leaderboards before, I think they should be removed now. If the leaderboards are no longer representing actual leaderboards and it's just whichever team has the most bots to get there, why are they even there? There's been teams, in fact, that have used all bots to get to the top spot on the leaderboards, and that's how it works. And if that's true, then it's no longer actually representative of the best team. And I do think that's a fact. Officially, I'm saying this now, I would think it would be better if the Nitro Type leaderboards were removed altogether. Either that or Nitro Type has to really crack down on botters. Now, do I think they should remove competitive Nitro Type altogether? Most definitely not. What I am actually suggesting to make up for the loss of leaderboards in this outcome is if we had like skill-based team leaderboards where 20 teams would compete for a month for that top spot, then it would allow teams to compete easier against each other. I'm basically arguing for a type of skill-based matchmaking. Again, 20 teams go against each other in a month-long tournament to see who goes up on the top. Everyone in the tournament's going to be in the same skill base, so everyone actually has a chance to win that competition. It would be a lot cooler for the members, like kids typing in a classroom, to compete against other kids in a classroom, right? I mean, theoretically, that would be happening. Everyone would be matched with other teams in their skill base, and it would allow for everyone to still be able to make it to the top of the leaderboards, just without the bots or without the crazy amount of health concerns, which I think is one of the reasons Nitro Type removed the leaderboards in the first place. If you're getting to the top of the leaderboards, you are not living an optimum healthy life, you know what I'm saying? And there's probably negatives to this, and I would love for you to point them out in the comments section below. I'm really interested to hear your guys' opinions on this. People are complaining that people are botting to get to the top of the leaderboards, and that's the only way to get to the top of the leaderboards. Option: remove the leaderboards, and suddenly there's no reason to have to use this many bots to get to the top. Yes, there would be a slight problem with people botting in these 30-day competitions that I'm advocating for, but again, it would be pretty much against other teams that were botting, and it would completely get rid of this entire competitive thing where you need bots to win. Or an option, you don't even do the competition and you just straight up remove the leaderboards, boom, botting is done. If the leaderboards are no longer actually representative of the top teams, then why are the leaderboards still there? And that's why I say we get rid of them. Again, I wouldn't like competitive Nitro Type to completely disappear, so I like the idea of the 30-day competitions, and yeah. Interested to hear your thoughts on this in the comments section below. I usually don't cover botting drama like this, but, I mean, first time for everything, and I think a lot of you guys would be interested in my opinion. And yeah, these are my thoughts. If you enjoyed, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I just put out a video detailing the entire new season. I'd highly recommend you go check that out, so click it right there, and I'll see you all in the next video. Like, sub, share, sold out.